Italy's foreign minister says that Europe would be prepared to negotiate with Hamas. That is, if it can resolve its differences with the Palestinian Authority and promise security for Israel. The EU is one of many international bodies that lists Hamas currently as a terrorist organisation. As things stand, well, that prevents official negotiations from actually taking place. I asked the minister a short while ago if a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas was indeed possible.
Yes, I believe that it is realistic. Today, the Council of Foreign Affairs here in Brussels discussed extensively this question of a ceasefire in Gaza. Of course, the European Union is not directly involved in negotiation, but we are very much supportive of the major actors, Turkey, Egypt, the Arab League, Qatar, the countries of the region, and the need to bring an immediate ceasefire between Gaza and Israel. The ceasefire must be inclusive, that is to say, it must encompass all the forces, Islamic Jihad, Hamas, and the other splinter groups in the Strip, and must also be sustainable, in the sense that it must give the Israeli the security in the longer term that will not be hit anymore by hundreds of rockets per day and be hit by terrorist attacks. So I think this is the framework that is currently discussed. The indication that I have directly from the region, from my colleagues, from my Arab colleagues, is that there is an intense negotiation in Cairo. Tomorrow, seven Arab foreign ministers will go to the street together with the Secretary General of the Arab League, and I hope that will bring some positive result.
So are you saying you're confident that this won't escalate into a ground offensive?
I believe that is why we have to absolutely to avoid the escalation. The situation is too dangerous. We are in a different condition from where we were already, difficult conditions 4 years ago with the Cast-led operation. But now, with all the evolution in the Arab world, the situation is exponentially more dangerous. So the crisis must be stopped. And from the understanding that I have of the Israeli position, they are willing to stop their operation, even the land operation, provided that are given sufficient guarantees from the Hamas side.
Well, it must be difficult for the EU because obviously with Hamas being on the terrorist list, you can't actually sit around the negotiating table and negotiate with them. So how do you view this situation de-escalating from here on if obviously you can't converse with that side?
The negotiation concerning the ceasefire is carried on by countries which have relationship, which have a dialogue with Hamas. Of course, this is not possible for the European Union in official terms because, as you properly said, Hamas is on the list of terrorist organizations and is on the list of terrorist organizations since 2003 because Hamas, recognize that they are carrying on terrorist attack. But if a national intra-Palestinian reconciliation process is going to be achieved at a certain point, and if the Palestinian Authority will join with Hamas under the conditions which are foreseen by Oslo, that is to say, recognition of the security of Israel and existence of Israel, I don't see any problem in a future opening of dialogue also between the European and Hamas, but on a very different background than the background which exists now.